You're watching ABC 7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Sarasota city leaders say there is a desperate need for affordable housing in our area. A project in the Rosemary district is now one step closer to becoming a reality, all thanks to funding from the state. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from Lemon Avenue and 9th Street tonight, where the Sarasota Housing Authority hopes to break ground next year. Erica?
Jacqueline, good evening. Imagine a building right here consisting of about 130 units, and over here, about an acre of land would be left undeveloped. If city leaders get their way, that dream could soon become a reality here in the Rosemary district.
I love living downtown without a car. What a bonus that is.
Jude Levy moved to the Rosemary district just 1 year ago and loves its accessibility to downtown Sarasota. The former Sarasota Housing Authority board member recognizes the city and the district have a major problem.
We have put off building affordable housing.
The city has basically promoted builders that are building condominiums and high-priced apartments, and they haven't done enough to allow for the affordable apartment.
City leaders say their sights are set on a not-for-profit construction project called Lofts on Lemon, after receiving $14 million in tax credits from the state and another $3 million investment from the city.
The need for affordable and low-income housing and workforce housing here in this community is critical.
The project includes 80 affordable housing units. A family of 3 earning just under $38,000 would pay about $950 monthly for a 2-bedroom apartment. 50 separate units fall under the workforce housing category. And a family of 3 earning about $50,000 would pay just under $1,300 monthly for a 2-bedroom apartment. City Commissioner Hagan Brody says affordable housing is a quality of life issue and believes the project will help relieve traffic in the area.
We have so many people that are commuting to downtown and the city of Sarasota from the surrounding, more affordable communities.
A portion of the units will be set aside for hometown heroes like first responders, teachers, and nurses, so they can live closer to the community they serve.
We have to take real and concrete steps forward to allow people to live closer to where they work and play.
Now, the Sarasota Housing Authority and developers want to begin the design phase as soon as possible and then go through the city's application process. And as far as groundbreaking, they're hoping for sometime in 2019, and then they'll begin accepting applications from any potential residents about 6 to 9 months after groundbreaking. Reporting live in the Rosemary District, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Erica, thank you. Well, today is the official start of hurricane season, and after months of preparations, Sarasota County has plans in place. Emergency Management Chief Ed McCrane says the county learned from its mistakes after Hurricane Irma. There are new changes that McCrane says could make it easy for staff and residents. There will now be 11 evacuation centers that will all open at the same time. Those centers will be Sarasota County School District buildings, and all of them will be pet-friendly. There will also be 3 shelters for people with medical needs and a transportation plan put in place for those who cannot get to evacuation centers.
We will have a series of rally points set up at city, county, and school board buildings throughout the county where people can go to, and they'll be taken by either a SCAT bus or a school bus to the nearest evacuation center. But those that can't get to the rally point, we can actually pick them up if they register and let us know. And we want them to do that in advance. We will cut off the registration process 60 hours before a hurricane arrives.
McCrane says that these changes should make it easier this hurricane season. And while it is difficult to know too far ahead of time where and how hard a storm will strike, you can make sure your family is ready by putting together a hurricane kit. Make sure you have enough non-perishable food and water for 3 days for each person and pet. Since loss of power is likely, having multiple flashlights and a battery-powered radio, along with extra batteries, are also a must. And make sure that you have all your property, insurance, and other important documents stored in a safe, watertight container. Having these things in place ahead of a storm can make a world of difference if a disaster should occur. And don't forget, tonight at 7, it's our Surviving a Hurricane special. ABC 7's First Alert Weather Team breaks down everything you need to know for hurricane season, including evacuation routes, flood zones, even which shelters are pet friendly, and some new transportation options for when a storm hits. We'll also have experts in our studio to answer any questions you have live on air. So again, be sure to tune in at 7 o'clock right here on ABC 7. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our First Alert forecast. And also, Bob, we've been talking about how important it is to be prepared ahead of time for hurricane season.
Yeah, and that hurricane kit you mentioned right there with those items that you alluded to, we have much more in the kit besides just those. Obviously, just we'll go over all the different things that you should have in that hurricane supply kit, and there's many more things obviously that you need to have just besides the water and of course your insurance documents, as well as mosquito spray and bug spray. It goes on and on and on. We'll have the American Red Cross here to kind of give you an idea, a sampler of what you really need to have in that hurricane supply kit. Well, the GOES satellite imagery not showing any significant storms around as far as wide coverage goes, but there has been some pretty heavy storms in some isolated areas. Again, the spine of the state is where we're seeing the majority of that heavier weather, stretching all the way over to Fort Pierce near Lake Okeechobee. So the lake breeze is very active right now around Lake Okeechobee. Also, the heavier storms that were around Sarasota County into the eastern portion thereof have since moved on, although Manatee County still one or two lingering there near Wauchula. Some activity as they're pushing basically to the south and east. Saturday's planner looks good for this weekend. Much different forecast anyway for us this Saturday as opposed to last. Temperatures will be into the mid 80s near the area beaches by 3 o'clock. We'll have partly cloudy skies, lots of sunshine throughout the afternoon and evening. We'll see just a slight chance for an isolated shower. That'll be mainly inland. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer. It will feel warmer anyway because of the higher dew point temperature anticipated for us throughout the day. More on the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Well, it took a couple extra innings, but Venice High School's baseball team has another championship under their belt, winning 3-1, beating Pace High School out of Santa Rosa County. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo is here to give us an idea of why this small town is cranking out all of these championships. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, it was a long night in Fort Myers with the game going to 9 innings and a 20-minute delay in the 8th, and in close to 1 in the morning. But head coach Craig Faulkner and his crew came through, beating the Patriots 3-1. The Indians playing a little small ball in the 9th, scoring 2. The Patriots had a chance to come back, but strong pitching and defense solidified a win for the Indians, not only in this game, but for the season, ending it with a 28-6 record. It's Venice's 5th state championship dating back to 2007. But Jacqueline, here's the kicker. With baseball winning a championship in the Indians' 3rd state title of the school year, joining the volleyball team and the football team, this may happen at private schools, but extremely rare at public schools. Athletic Director Pete Dombrowski credits not only community support for all these championships, but longevity of the coaches as well.
These coaches haven't left. Volleyball's been there since '97. Craig Faulkner since 1998. John Peacock, when he was coach of football, came up in 19 years. So what was that? 1999. So they've been here ever since, and their assistant coaches remain, and that gives you a good feeling. Everybody's on the same page. They know each other. They do the same thing year out. So the consistency, I think, has a lot to do with our success.
Now, Venice is not the only school with a great baseball squad this year. Today, in Class 8A, the Sarasota Sailors beat Strawberry Crest out of Hillsborough County by the score of 5-2. The Sailors now advance to the championship game against St. Thomas Aquinas tomorrow at 4 p.m. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Dwayne. Sounds like a powerhouse out there in Venice. Well, anglers in Florida can take advantage of license-free fishing weekends both this and next weekend. For tomorrow and Sunday, no license is required to go saltwater fishing as long as anglers follow the normal size and limit restrictions. Next weekend, June 9th and 10th, freshwater fishing will not require a license. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission says free fishing weekends are a great chance to introduce new people to the sport.
We have a lot of species that you can't find elsewhere here in Florida, so it's a great opportunity to get out and to experience that, to try some of Florida fishing firsthand.
For those who enjoy their free fishing experience, an annual license for fresh or saltwater fishing costs $17 each for residents and $47 for non-residents. Well, the second annual St. Armand Seafood and Music Festival is set for tomorrow and Sunday after being rescheduled from last weekend. Organizers postponed the festivities due to concerns from subtropical storm Alberto. The event will be at St. Armand's Circle Park and offer delicious food, live music, and general admission is also free. That festival will run from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on both Saturday and Sunday. Coming up, what you don't see on your grocery carts that could impact your health. Plus, Walmart's newest service that makes shopping even easier. Those stories when we come back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android.
This is awesome.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Thank you.
What are you doing? You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
Every time you purchase a fishing license or register your boat, you're helping to preserve our nation's coastlines, lakes, rivers, and streams, protecting memories for generations to come. Learn how your participation in boating and fishing can help the environment at takemefishing.org/conservation.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
When you go to the grocery store, you get a cart and you get your groceries, but you're also picking up something you may not want. Jenna Cisneros tells us what you can't see on those grocery store carts.
Aisle by aisle, thousands of people in and out of the grocery store.
Thank you. You'll have a good evening.
And the same carts used and recycled as the day goes on. So what is actually hidden on a shopping cart that's touched all day?
What if I told you that this is on your shopping cart?
What is that? Us germs, bugs.
No, it's gross.
Well, I guess I'm going to start wiping them down now.
You surprised?
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised?
No.
Does this make you want to wipe your cart down?
It makes me want to wipe everything down.
With the help of the University of South Carolina and Piggly Wiggly, we pushed 10 separate shopping carts to get an idea of how much bacteria may be on each buggy. The pink dots are for the wiped carts. We wipe those down once at 7 in the morning.
Because this is where everybody's going to be touching.
The orange ones are not wiped. We swabbed each handle at 7 a.m., noon, and again at 8 p.m., an hour before the store closes.
All right, that's the last one.
Next, off to the lab.
Now that the samples are all prepared, we can load them into the incubator.
48 hours later. Here's what we found on some of the unwiped carts.
And you can see that there's lots of different types of bacteria growing in there.
On this plate,
It shows bacteria that would be associated with your skin. And some of them make the medium a little bit yellow. That indicates that they are probably Staphylococcus aureus.
meaning this can cause skin infections such as MRSA.
And then on this one, we have another one from one of our unwiped carts. This would show up organisms that are associated with feces.
In other words, your cart most likely has some of the same germs found in your bathroom.
Well, does that scare you?
Oh, yes. I wouldn't want that shopping cart.
But take a look at the results from the wiped carts.
So here we have a petri dish from one of our wiped carts, and you can see that while there's still some bacteria growing on it, it's a lot less than the carts that we didn't wipe.
On both the wiped and unwiped carts,
But what we didn't find were any organisms like E. coli, for instance, or fungi like ringworm.
Well, even though this looks pretty scary and gross, all of these bacteria are normal and generally would not be dangerous to somebody unless you have a compromised immune system.
Your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, finally a weekend that we can appreciate as a result of high pressure, which is building off the east coast of Florida. It's nosing its way in. It's getting bumped down a little bit by a weak front that's approaching from the north. That front is not going to have a huge impact on our weather. Certainly there was enough moisture around, enough heat of the day to create a few scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms at times, but that high pressure ridge will be our friend on Saturday and Sunday as it gets pushed down to the south, but it will expand its wings a little bit and really give us a pretty nice forecast. You'll notice too that the storms are starting to shift off to the northeast. We're not seeing that straight south to north flow anymore. Here comes that front too, a weak one at that for us, but not for central Georgia where they have severe thunderstorm watches out right now. And all that dry air, you can see this rotation right here in a counterclockwise swirl. This is the upper levels of the atmosphere. We're talking 30,000 feet, 40,000 feet. This is dropping off to the west, southwest right now. So that was around us. Really, it was a line of low pressure. That has now since moved on. High pressure starting to dominate, and that means we're looking at decent weather for the weekend and even in beyond that. A shower or two scattered about this evening, not out of the question. There are some surface boundaries or outflow boundaries that have been moving around parts of the Sun Coast, but most of the action has been well inland and most of it's dissipating. So if you have an evening jog or an evening tennis match, it should not be a problem. Things are looking pretty good there, even for a nice walk on the beach, checking out the sunset. Looks to be quite nice. We did have some rain earlier. I mentioned down in South Sarasota County where they don't need the rain. It's been the wettest month on record for them in places like Venice, Northport, Inglewood. They've had in excess of 10 inches of rainfall down there. Lesser amounts up to about 7 at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport for the month of May. Current conditions, we have 85 degrees. There are a few clouds around, but generally sunny skies here along the immediate coast. The humidity at 69%, and we have a west wind at 12. The pressure 29.98 inches. The high today warmed to 86, a couple degrees shy of the normal 88, and the rainfall for the start of the month, obviously no rain today. We normally get 0.15 of an inch for this first day, and we're an inch over average so far at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport as we head into June. Typically our afternoon and evening thunderstorms start to really fire up mid-June. The second week in June is when everything kind of comes into play. Water temperatures warm into the mid-80s, and we have enough heat of the day to allow that sea breeze to develop, and then those afternoon storms pop up in the central portion of the state and then generally work their way back toward the west coast due to the Bermuda High situated off the Carolina coast. So anyway, what we're looking at is that weak frontal boundary coming down. This is Sunday. It, for the most part, falls apart. There's a slight chance of showers to the north of us, but not much going on for us elsewhere. And then another frontal boundary on the heels of that one will move down on Wednesday, bringing with it a chance for a few showers. Tomorrow's forecast looks like this. A few clouds with some sunshine generally throughout the area. The rain chance at 20%. High temperatures will be nice into the mid-80s at the area beaches, upper 80s inland areas. And the overall picture as far as watches and warnings go, you see that area in yellow. That's severe thunderstorm watch, and they have had some severe thunderstorms already near Atlanta. And a tornado watch in effect across parts of Nebraska tonight as a result of a couple of storm systems moving through there. Temperatures for highs tomorrow, 102 in Dallas, 90 in St. Louis, and 89 in Atlanta. For boaters, looks good tomorrow. Seas will be running 2 feet or less with a light chop in the bays and inland waters. And as far as the 7-day forecast goes, looks good all the way through Monday. Tuesday, we get a chance for some showers as that front moves in. Wednesday, the front still lingering. Rain chance only at 30%. and it stays that way on into Thursday and Friday. Well, some photos sent in. Didn't get a chance to go fishing because all the hurricane seminars and everything else going on with the hurricane special, but a lot of other people did get to go fishing. This is from the Baywalker 2 boat. Captain Trey Dietz taking his client out, catching snook. Snook are biting right now, but obviously they're out of season. And Captain Brian Marcy takes his family fishing every year, and they have a little competition. It looks like they tied. All of them getting a great big snook right there. Nice catches. And then the beach fishing adventures with this huge flounder. That's always a way to take a picture, kind of push it toward the camera. It always makes it look bigger, okay? Keep that in mind. Steve Herrick, Coach Steve Herrick with that one. And this one, you don't have to push forward. That's just a huge snook, and that's the grandson of the gentleman we saw earlier, Charlie. And, of course, that was caught right on Longboat Key, the southern end of Longboat Key. Well, this weekend, we didn't get a chance to honor, of course, and celebrate, in some cases, the military that are already in service right now. But we are doing it for the veterans for tomorrow. In fact, there's a big tournament taking place, and it goes on Saturday morning. It is for the Wounded Warriors and many other charitable events that'll be taking place. Will benefit from this. It's the Shootout Tarpon Tournament. On top of that, from 3 to 6, they have some live music, and the weather looks good for that. And that's at the Siesta Key Marina. From 3 to 6, they have a band that sounds like Kenny Chesney, so they'll be playing covers there. That'll be nice and fun. You can meet and greet some of the soldiers and some of the military personnel who have been fishing. They'll be coming in the first time tarpon fishing for some of those guys, and 16 area captains are volunteering their time to take them out. So a very nice gesture.
All right, well, some country music, nice weather, fishing, and giving back. Sounds good. All right, thanks, Bob. Well, time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Right now, there is an accident on US 41 heading northbound, right before Jacaranda Boulevard in the South Sarasota County area, although it does not seem to be affecting traffic at this hour. Well, the May jobs report is in and the numbers are looking good. Unemployment dropped to 3.8% in May, the lowest rate since the year 2000. Employers added 223,000 jobs in May, exceeding expectations. Unemployment has been dropping steadily for years. Wages also grew in May, up 2.7% compared to a year earlier. And Walmart is now offering something new, Shop by Text. It's a new service called Jet Black and lets customers place orders through text messages and maybe even have them delivered right to your house the same day. That service will cost you $50 a month. Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face,
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Heavy rain and flooding is expected to impact parts of the Suncoast.
It will probably be forecasting hour by hour. We will see that plume of deep tropical moisture, and we continue to monitor that area of disturbed weather to the south.
Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Tonight, comedian Samantha Bee is apologizing for offensive remarks that she made on her show about Ivanka Trump. President Trump now saying that Bee should be fired for that comment. ABC's Natalie Brunell has the latest on this controversy.
President Trump taking to Twitter Friday morning condemning TBS and Time Warner for allowing host Samantha Bee to keep her job after using vulgar language to describe daughter Ivanka. Why aren't you firing no talent Samantha Bee for the horrible language used on her low ratings show? A total double standard, but that's okay. The firestorm erupting after Bee hammered the first daughter about her support for her father's immigration policy, calling her a slur so crude we can't repeat it. She went on to say,
"Put on something tight and low cut and tell your father to stop it."
Press Secretary Sarah Sanders called the language vile and vicious, prompting an apology from Bee, who tweeted, quote, "It was inappropriate and inexcusable. I crossed a line and I deeply regret it." Bee's comments stirring controversy just 2 days after ABC canceled Roseanne because its star posted a racist tweet about Valerie Jarrett, former senior advisor to President Obama, a tweet President Trump has yet to condemn despite a swift call for Bee's firing, some calling that a double standard. An op-ed in the LA Times said, quote, "Being foul-mouthed is not the same as a white person calling a black person an ape or a Jewish Holocaust survivor a Nazi." 2 major advertisers have already pulled their ads from Samantha Bee's Full Frontal, Auto Trader, and State Farm, but the show's fate at this point remains unclear. Natalie Brunell, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather after the break.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.